Wordy Talks. Learn English, change your life.
Hello and welcome back to Wordy Talks. I am so happy you are here with us today. My name is Emma and I am here with my co-host Leo. Today we are going to talk about something that is part of almost everybody's life right now, social media. And we are going to compare it to real life. Leo, do you use social media a lot?
Emma, honestly, yes, I use it a lot. I think most people do. Social media means websites and apps where you can share photos, videos, and messages with other people. Apps like Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, these are all social media. I check my phone many times every day. Sometimes I open an app and then 30 minutes pass and I do not even know where the time went. Do you use social media too, Emma?
I do, yes, but I try to be careful about how much time I spend on it. I think social media can be a wonderful thing. You can stay connected with friends and family. You can learn new things. You can find funny videos that make you laugh. But there is also a side of social media that is not so good. And today on Wordy Talks, we want to talk about both sides, the good and the not so good. Because I think it is really important to understand the difference between what we see online and what real life is actually like.
Yes, and this is such an interesting topic because social media is so new. 20 years ago, nobody had Instagram or TikTok. People did not share photos of their food or their holidays online. They just lived their lives. And now it's hard to imagine life without it. But sometimes I wonder, is social media making our lives better, or is it making things more complicated?
That is exactly the question we want to explore today. Let's start with something simple. What do people share on social media? When you look at someone's Instagram or TikTok, what do you usually see?
You see the best parts of their life. You see beautiful holiday photos, perfect meals at nice restaurants, happy, smiling faces, beautiful homes, exciting adventures. Everything looks amazing. Everything looks perfect. And that's the first big difference between social media and real life. In real life, not everything is perfect. In real life, people have bad days. They have problems. They feel tired or sad. But on social media, most people only show the good moments.
Exactly. And there's a very useful English expression for this. We call it a highlight reel. A highlight reel is like a short video that only shows the best moments, the highlights. In sport, a highlight reel shows only the best goals or the most exciting plays. On social media, people's profiles are like a highlight reel. They only show the best parts of their life, not the ordinary or difficult parts.
I love that expression, highlight reel. It is so accurate. And I think this is one of the biggest problems with social media. When you scroll means to move up and down through content on your phone or computer screen. You scroll through Instagram, you scroll through TikTok, you scroll through the news. We say things like, I was scrolling for an hour and I didn't even notice the time. It's a very common word in modern English.
Perfect. And the second expression is highlight reel. Remember, a highlight reel is a collection of only the best moments. On social media, people share their highlight reel, the best photos, the happiest moments, the most exciting days. But real life is not a highlight reel. Real life also has boring days, difficult moments, and ordinary moments. And that's completely normal and okay.
So true. And the third word is to compare. To compare means to look at two things and think about how they are similar or different. On social media, we often compare our real life to other people's highlight reels. And that's not fair to ourselves, because we are comparing our whole life to just someone else's best moments.
And the last one, FOMO, fear of missing out. That feeling when you think everyone else is doing something exciting and you are not part of it. FOMO is very common with social media, but remember, what you see online is not always what is really happening. The party in the photo might have been boring. The perfect meal might have tasted terrible. You never really know.
That is so true. Okay, so now let's get back to the topic. We talked about the problems of social media, but let's also talk about the good things, because social media is not all bad. There are many positive things about it too.
Absolutely. One of the best things about social media is that it helps people stay connected. Connected means joined together, in contact with each other. If your family lives far away, in another city or another country, social media makes it easy to see their photos, send them messages, and feel close to them even when you are far apart. Before social media, people had to write letters or make expensive phone calls. Now you can video call someone on the other side of the world for free.
That is such a good point. And social media is also a great place to learn things. There are so many people on YouTube and TikTok who teach amazing things for free. Cooking, languages, music, science, art, fitness. When I want to learn something new, I often find a video on YouTube and learn in just a few minutes. And of course, people are learning English right now by listening to Wordy Talks, which is a kind of social media too.
That is a very good point, Leo. And another great thing about social media is that it can help people find their community. A community is a group of people who share the same interest or the same experience. If you love a specific type of music, or you have a particular hobby, or you are going through a difficult time in your life, social media can help you find other people who understand you. That feeling of belonging, of being part of a group, is very important for our happiness.
Yes, I completely agree. And social media can also help small businesses. A business is when someone sells products or services to make money. Before social media, if you had a small bakery or a small clothing shop, it was very hard to tell people about it. You needed expensive advertising. Now, a small business can share photos on Instagram for free and reach thousands of people. Social media has changed this completely.
So there are definitely many good things, but I want to come back to the comparison between social media and real life, because I think there is one more very important thing to talk about, and that is the idea of a perfect image. On social media, many people try to look perfect. They use filters. A filter is a tool that changes how a photo looks, making skin look smoother, colors look brighter, and everything look more beautiful than it really is.
Yes, filters are everywhere now. And the problem is that when you see hundreds of filtered photos every day, you start to think that is what normal looks like. You look in the mirror and you think, why do I not look like that? But the truth is, nobody looks like that. Even the person in the photo does not look exactly like that in real life. The photo has been edited. Edited means changed or improved using a computer or an app.
And this can really affect how people feel about themselves, especially young people. When you constantly see images of people who look perfect, have perfect lives, perfect bodies, perfect homes, it can make you feel like you are not enough. And that is a very sad and dangerous feeling. The truth is, real life is messy. Messy means not perfect, not organized, a little bit complicated, and that is not a bad thing. Messy, real, imperfect life is actually beautiful.
I love that. Messy, real, imperfect life is beautiful. That should be a poster. And I think one of the most important skills we can all learn is to enjoy real-life moments without feeling the need to share them online. Have you ever been somewhere beautiful and spent more time taking photos than actually looking at the view?
Guilty. I have done that so many times. You're standing in front of something amazing, a beautiful sunset, an incredible view, a delicious meal, and instead of just experiencing it, you spend 5 minutes trying to get the perfect photo for Instagram. And sometimes, by the time you get the photo, the moment is already gone.
Exactly. And there's actually a word for being fully present in a moment. It's called mindfulness. Mindfulness means paying full attention to what is happening right now with all your senses, what you see, what you hear, what you feel. When you put your phone down and just experience a moment completely, that is mindfulness. And it feels so much better than looking at everything through a phone screen.
I completely agree. And I think that's a really good message to take away from today's conversation. Social media is a tool, A tool is something you use to do a job or achieve something. A hammer is a tool, a pen is a tool, and social media is a tool too. Tools are not good or bad by themselves. It depends on how you use them. If you use social media to connect with people, to learn, to share positive things, it can be wonderful. But if you use it to compare yourself to others, to feel bad about your life, to waste hours every day, then it becomes a problem.
That is so well said, Emma. And I think a really practical tip, practical means useful in real life, not just in theory, is to set a time limit for social media. Most phones now have a setting where you can say, I only want to use Instagram for 30 minutes a day. After 30 minutes, the phone tells you that your time is finished. It sounds simple, but it really works.
It does work. I have tried it and I feel so much better. Another tip is to follow accounts that make you feel good, inspired, happy, motivated, and unfollow accounts that make you feel bad about yourself. You have control over what you see. You can choose. Social media does not have to be a place that makes you feel worse. It can be a place that makes you feel better if you choose carefully what you put in front of your eyes every day.
Haha, yes, you are the boss of your own feed. A feed is the stream of content you see when you open a social media app. You decide what goes in your feed. Fill it with things that lift you up, not things that bring you down. And spend more time in real life, talking to real people, going to real places, having real conversations, like the ones we have every week here on Wordy Talks.
Perfectly said. And speaking of wordy talks, if you're enjoying these conversations and finding them helpful for your English, it would mean the world to us if you hit that subscribe button right now. We put out a brand new episode every single week, just like this one, and we would love to have you with us every time. It's free, it's fun, and your English gets better every time you listen.
We really mean it. Subscribe to Wordy Talks and come back every week. Share it with a friend who's learning English too. The more the merrier, and that expression means the more people, the better and more fun it is. Just like social media, but the good kind.
The good kind. I love that. So, to close today, social media is a big part of modern life, and it's not going away. But we have a choice in how we use it. We can let it make us feel bad by comparing our real life to other people's highlight reels, or we can use it as a tool to learn, to connect, to be inspired. The most important life is not the one you share online. It's the one you live every day in the real world with the real people around you.
Beautiful. And remember, your real life, with all its messy and imperfect moments, is so much more interesting and valuable than any highlight reel. Keep learning, keep living, and keep listening to Wordy Talks. I'm Leo.
And I'm Emma. See you in the next episode. Take care of yourselves and put your phone down once in a while.
Wordy Talks. Learn English, change your life.